Zach obviously hurt his toe Saturday. Didn't see him out here today. What's his status?
He's in just kind of taking care of it. He has a boot on, kind of similar to what he did before. We're still evaluating, trying to make a decision.
So he's questionable?
Yeah, he's questionable. Yeah.
Now he's always been able to.
Yeah, I know. He hasn't practiced. That's why I'm saying we'll just wait till Friday and see.
Obviously, that's a concern. You already have your hands full with a strong Houston team.
Yeah, oh, no question. They're a good football team, and they're worthy of their ranking. And they got a quarterback that shoots the lights out, and they do a good job with what they do.
Do you, looking at their situation, 10-0, getting close to being a BCS buster, does that remind you of what you did in 2007? Do you see similarities there? Or?
I see similarities offensively. Their quarterback knows what they're doing and knows where to go with the ball. They can turn guys loose, and he gets rid of the ball and knows exactly, throws it very accurately. So they're probably one of the most productive teams I've looked on film as far as moving the football.
And their stuff isn't a lot of deep balls, right? It's a lot of short.
Well, it's both. They have the one receiver they got is a vertical player, although he does catch them underneath stuff. But I mean, he gets down the field. They take their spots. Where they max protect and run two-man routes and one-man route, and they throw some bombs. And the quarterback knows where to put the ball, similar to what you watched with Rodgers. On film, the guy can be covered and he knows where to place the ball, and the receivers make plays on him.
When you've played teams earlier this year with really mobile quarterbacks, you've got a couple of guys who were option quarterbacks in high school that have represented those guys in practice. Who's Case Keenum in practice for you, and how do you simulate this offense?
I mean, the quarterbacks that go down there are going to simulate him, our backups. It's hard to simulate that guy.
ESPN Game Day will be there. I know losing 3 of the last 4 isn't ideal, but how do you guys take advantage of that spotlight on this program?
Well, we wouldn't be in on game day if we hadn't done the things we have the last 3 years. We go down there, play as hard as we can play, and let the chips fall where they will. Play hard, hustle, and hopefully we'll come out on top.
Have you put your finger on what's going on with this team? Just that you have lost 3 of the last 4, and how do you? What do you do
It's
to
the
get out
same
of that?
thing. It's the same thing that when we won 5 in a row. It's the same deal. You make the plays in the games. You make you win. We haven't made the plays that we need to make, and we made them in the time when we were on our streak. So we need to get back to making those plays.
Because every loss, you've went into the red zone, missed opportunities. I guess that's been the consistent theme there.
I would say that's probably accurate. We haven't executed, and we haven't made the vertical throws down the field like we did early in the year.
Is that because of JJ's health, or is that?
I think some of it is he wasn't 100%. Some of it is we missed him when we threw him. Some of it is we dropped 2 or 3. We just haven't made the plays, and frustrating for everybody. But what are you gonna do? Cry about it? You just keep doing what you're doing. Hope you throw something that stick.
After the game, JJ said he was healthy. Is this the healthiest he's been coming into this week?
It's the healthiest he's been for the last 3 weeks. Yeah.
So much is made of the Houston offense. What are your initial impressions of the Houston defense as you start to study?
I think they've gotten better and better. This is their 2nd year with their new defensive coordinator. I think their D-line is playing their run keys really well, and they're a better football team. And they're playing that way too.
The rush defenses, I guess, maybe their weakest point. It kind of seems. Is Zach Line going to play a bigger role than normal, or are you just... Well,
I think that's a little bit misleading when you play Houston. They get way ahead, So they're not playing the run. They're playing the pass, and so I think their run yardage is kind of misleading. They've done a good job when the games have been close of stopping the run. But then when you get up 65 to whatever, you're dropping everybody and you're playing the pass.
Anything else, guys?